Hey yo, what's good, Spotify? Yo, it's your boy LaRon back again, female rap elite. Yo, y'all already know that we're here. We do music reviews here as well. So tonight, we got the new joint from Joyner Lucas with J. Cole called Your Heart. Yo, I thought I feel like personally, these two artists, their chemistry matched the record. First and foremost, I felt like this track, it was just so crazy because it was almost like a confessional of being like uh just a fucked up type of person and toxic, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like this was a dope record. I listened to it about 5 times already, and I felt like, what was so crazy about it? It didn't give me no super like this was written for radio, but it gives me a song where this could be somebody like this is a like I could see like women being like, yo, that's my shit. Pretty much is what I want to say. And also with Joyner Lucas, this is, to be honest with you, with this whole drama with Karen Civil, I've heard his name before, but I'm now starting to get more familiar with him. And he did his thing on the track. I don't know his full discography. One thing that made me pay attention to Joyner Lucas is this whole, drama with Karen Civil. I want to get into that briefly because I want to keep that short. So listen, dope record. I attached it to the podcast. Make sure you listen to that. Make sure you add it to your playlist. I also attached my song Voicemail. Make sure you listen to that. Make sure you also add that to your playlist. Listen, I have some advice because listen, the whole Karen Civil and Joyner Lucas situation, it hit home to me because I didn't even know that Joyner Lucas was from Worcester, Massachusetts. Literally a place like, I'm from upstate New York, Albany, New York. So it's like Joyner Lucas from Worcester. I don't know if I'm even saying it right, but it's outside of Boston. That's one of my favorite. New England is one of my favorite places in the United States. So when I heard that, and he mentioned that, I was like, oh shit. Then the whole situation just made sense to me. Listen, I want to play some of the audio from it. We're gonna be really brief, but I want to play some audio from it. Okay, let's get into
Years
it.
ago, the only thing that I had left was a little bit of bread that we had left, in which we chose to hire you, and that was a big decision on our behalf because that was all that was really
Wait,
left in the budget.
I'm sorry. Who am I talking to
Yeah,
right now?
Jordan. This is
Joyner?
Jordan.
Okay,
This
cool.
is Jordan.
Okay, cool.
That's all that was really left in the budget at that time. That was 2015.
My
You
bad.
keep saying it was 7 years ago, but that was a big time in my life. My son was about to be just born. My back was against the wall. I had an investor who kicked up hundreds of thousands of dollars, on behalf of me. And at this time, hiring you was like our last ditch effort to really do something. And I really believed in the name Karen Civil. And, just reading the publications and talking to Sky Zoo co-signing like, yo, that's my girl. Yeah, yo, Karen's the real deal. Yeah, that's my homie. And I kept telling Sky, like, yo, you sure? You sure this is your girl? Like, you sure you trust? He was like, yo, you're not even gonna have a problem, trust me. I said, all right, bet. So we reached out to you, and you had put together a little memo. We talked about it. You agreed to do it. That included blog placements for song releases, delivery of digital short creation stories, facilitating interviews with media publications, building fan engagement, articulated social content capture and red carpet event opportunities, iTunes, beat music productions, radio interviews, acquiring booking agents, showing openings, all that shit, right? And at the time, that was everything. It was like, word, finally somebody that's gonna help us because I ain't know nobody that can help us. I'm from motherfucking Worcester, Massachusetts,
So
and
listen, I'm
I'm
gonna
out
pause
here
this
in
right
Boston.
here. I'm gonna pause this right here because I really want to let you guys know that, like, yo, listen, Joyner Lucas, you're crazy talented, and I know we all come from different eras, different times, and shit like that when it comes to this music shit, right? I have no issue with Karen Civil. Listen, Karen Civil, you get your money the way you do it, but you will hope that people have integrity and that they do right by people. But from what I'm seeing at a larger scope is that a lot of artists, especially with this social media, like Joyner Lucas has the skill, has the package. You see, he's getting the streams on his Spotify. But the thing is like when he was coming up, I don't know based on what he's seen or who he was around, but a lot of the things that he was mentioning. Now I could be wrong, and let me know how you guys feel. Also go over to YouTube and like follow me, Female Rap Elite, on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Leave some comments, but let me know how you feel. I feel like this. To me, like even being an independent artist, I would never need a person like, not saying I would never need Karen Civil, but in those early days of coming up and like getting your footing, I'm strong and firm in the fact of your record is supposed to create that buzz, and then your management is supposed to like, handle all of that. I'm gonna give you another example. When we was coming up, like my brothers and shit, and we was rapping, like, this is Albany, New York. Like, this is why I can relate to him, because we're literally in these places where people really don't get discovered from. That's why when like I heard Bia made it, I supported her, because I was like, oh shit, she's from Massachusetts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from right over in that area. Like, if you're not from New York City, it's hard sometimes, like, to get discovered. And sometimes the business just be wrong, right? And I could kind of see like that's what it was. With Joyner, not saying that people don't need blog posts and things like that, but building your fan engagement and doing all of those things. Like, I want to just tell you, I've met so many artists that are dope, but they don't know anything about the business. And you have to know something. You have to know how to work your Spotify, how to do your releases. I already heard Joyner talk about doing his releases, so I'm pretty sure he's well aware of that. But a lot of these things that these people say that they can do for you, when you've created your own buzz through having hot, consistent music, your manager books that. So when I was with my brothers and we was on the come up doing all of these showcases and going up the radio, freestyling and doing stuff like that, I was booking all of that stuff. So it was like I was the artist and the manager. I'm constantly emailing people behind the scenes and doing things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have some sort of motion on your own. Don't just be that type of artist that you sitting up waiting for somebody to do something for you. So many artists I know from my city alone, they do music, and I look at the way they release their music. Listen, if you a new artist, if you ain't on the level of like a Joyner Lucas where you're major, or a J. Cole, or some Jay-Z, like, you have to release your music on Fridays. Make sure you get artwork done for your release. Any new artist that's listening to this, release your music always on Friday. Make sure you give it at least a 2-week time frame before the release date. So many people go to upload their music, and they'll put like today's date, or they'll put like 2 days out. Nah, like, you gotta alert the system. You gotta claim your Spotify page. So listen, I don't want to get deep off into that, but what I'm just saying is, like, being from the places that we're from, I grew up in the era of people having like, excuse me, people having those artist showcases, and they're promising you all these different things. If you perform, you'll get this. You might meet this person, and things like that. So I was aware of the fraud early on, and I'm not saying Karen Civil is fraud. It's just, if you're gonna go through it, you're gonna pay it. You're gonna do whatever, right? I'm happy that Joyner Lucas hit the point where now he's out here, he's doing his thing, getting crazy collaborations. Now he got the collaboration with J. Cole, and he was able to still keep pushing. That's not the story for a lot of people. And just this crazy, just because he mentioned like where he's from, his block. Like, I've been in that area, Worcester, Massachusetts. Like, I know this lady, she's like a professor in that area, her and her husband. She used to always tell me like she's from the area, and she was just like, it's economically depressed. So that's real shit that he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to just throw the bug out there to the independent artists. Make sure you're grinding yourself. Make sure you're creating your fan engagement. Make sure that you're creating that buzz to where the radio wants you. Like, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I know a few people who get I know a few people who get their music played on the radio, but when you go to their Spotify, it don't add up because they ain't doing the work. People are lazy when it comes to wanting this. This is what I want to say, and hopefully it'll inspire somebody, right? Check my track out voicemail. I got some new music. I got a pop record dropping in the fourth quarter. It's gonna be crazy, right? So listen, I want if I was ever to make it to that level, I want my song to draw me to that type of attention, to where the point is where I pick and choose what it is that I want to do and what I don't want to do. I don't want to be a person where you have to do all of this navigating for me. No, I want my music to attract. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want it to, that's what it is. And I just feel like, Joyner, it is what it is. Clearly you're blessed, you moved on and you made it. But I'm just saying, like, if I could give that advice to a unsigned artist, make the moves yourself. Get your buzz hot to the point where they looking for you. You don't need nobody like a Karen Civil to book you radio and all of this stuff like that. It's supposed to be on rotation. Like, whatever it is, if you dealing with the urban blogs, or you dealing with the, the world star hip hops, or whatever it is, you just got to make sure that you circulating. And it takes money to get you out there. You know what I'm saying? It takes money. But please make sure y'all release y'all music strategically. Strategically. But listen, we're gonna listen to a little bit more of this, so let's go.
Nothing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the first thing to fucking do to get on. So I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, align myself with somebody that's already in the game doing it.
See, and that was the first mistake. I hate to keep stopping it. That's the first mistake, Joyner. It's clearly that you have the talent, right? You clearly have the talent, but when you have the talent, you make them come to you. You make them come to you. You pop, and then the world is your oyster. When the oyster goes out looking for the world, it's different. You feel me? You might have some, like, listen. I'll be honest. I have a Spotify, like, I uploaded my music on Spotify, and one of my songs that I took it down because I placed that shit on a playlist. The lady made me seem like she made it seem like to me like it was this organic thing, and then the playlist was fake. And it was giving me all this data from like different countries from my songs, and it just messed my song up. So I completely removed it. But listen, it's trial and error. You know what I'm saying? You find out. But listen, listen, like 60,000, I can imagine. That's a huge loss. But Joyner, I'm telling you, make sure that you give that advice out, because you have a huge platform to give advice to unsigned artists. I really believe that the way is to create your buzz and have people looking for you. I think the whole Karen Civil thing, that's just a bit. You know how, like, listen, I'm going to tell you this, right? You know how you go online and you want to start a LLC? And you want to get your EIN number, all this shit, right? You can literally go to Bank of America or your bank and get your LLC and just pay the $300 or whatever it costs, or the $200, whatever it costs in your state, right? But if you go online, there's people who have the service to get it all for you, and you'll end up paying almost $1,000 just for a $300 service. But it's a service that they provide. You understand what I'm saying, Joyner, or anybody on that team? If you hear this, it's a service that they provide. I'm not saying that Karen Civil is fraud in what she does. Maybe she can give people a little bit of push, but I'm telling you the way, and maybe that's me being too confident, but I don't need nobody. Like, I feel like if my song is buzzing, I'm gonna get them interviews off my own, like off my own shit. Feel me? So yeah, let's keep moving through this interview. Through this Clubhouse
Gonna take me under their wing. You name your price. Your price was 60K, whatever the fuck it was. It was like, bet, let's pay that. Told my investor, let's pay that. This motherfucker say, you sure? You sure you want to pay this woman? I said, Skyzoo say, you know her, let's pay her. Mind you, like I said, my son about to be born, so I said, fuck it, let's go. We paid you. I remember going to the bank. We went with Skyzoo. I walked in to the bank with the nigga. I'm involved in the whole fucking process. I'm watching the whole shit go down. As soon as he sent that bread, I was happy as a motherfucker. I said, word, Karen Civil, nigga, I'm telling everybody back home and shit, nigga, I'm about to have Karen, because all I see is a perception, Nipsey, everything else that you're doing. I'm like, word, finally.
And I want to pause it right there. Don't get caught up on that Nipsey shit. What she did with Nipsey is what she did for her. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious that you still made it without that look. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. That confidence is key, Joyner. Like, you got this song out now, Bubbling with J. Cole. Let that shit bubble and let you make whatever rounds that you're going to make off of that. Make your new connections. Just uplift yourself into a whole new realm with that collaboration. You understand what I'm saying? Like, learn how to work your work. You always have your objective. That's what I'm telling you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I learned that shit from people like Jay-Z and Nas. Like, this whole shit is a scrimmage. Don't just let this record come out. Like, use this shit, and like, I hope y'all come together and do maybe a performance on some late night shit, or whatever. But I think this is a dope ass record. I feel like it's almost like a confessional. Women are gonna love it. And J. Cole verse was just so fucking crazy. Listen, I'm all over the place because I'm talking about the Karen Civil shit. But listen, you were blessed. You made it. I know what it's like in your city. So it's like, fam, you made it. Let's continue.
Somebody about to come up. Somebody about to come help me, save me. You know what I'm saying? And finally, I'm about to do something. I don't give a fuck what it is. If she gets me some shows, if she whatever, just take me under your wing. Put me.
You could have booked them shows on your own. It's just all about who's around you too, and that's not to diss anybody that's around him. When that buzz is crazy, you gonna book them shows out on your own. That's what I'm saying. Karen Civil is a service, bro. And I apply this to everybody. If you're ever online looking for something, if there's something that you can do, try to figure out how much it would be if you do it versus how much you have to pay. Things are services. Do you know what somebody who will? It's you can pay somebody to get your electronic your EIN number for starting your business, right? You can pay somebody hundreds of dollars to get that for you, and you can go right to the IRS website and do it yourself. It's all about, it's a service based, and we're so much in a crazy place where when you type it in on the internet, they'll offer you ads because people are playing with ads over your mentality, over your psyche, because they want you to see that first. They don't want you to go to the IRS website. They want you to pay them for the service. And I think Karen Civil falls into that arena. When you got the buzz, homie, you don't need it. You got the buzz. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. Hold up a second. Oh man. Shit, it stopped on me. Let's go.
Some blogs, something, because I ain't have shit popping. I had a music video I was working on called Ross Cappuccioni. As soon as that money was paid, you know, we had like a conversation on the phone. Everything was peachy on his phone call. He was like, yeah, we're going to do this, da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, word. I felt real good. As soon as we hung up the phone, we ain't really hear shit from you. That was it. That was really it. And every single time I try to reach out to you, you talking to me like I'm disturbing your fucking day. I'm calling you because I'm trying to get some clarity. I wasn't blowing you the fuck up. I just wanted to know what the plan was, what's going on, what we doing, what's the, you know what I mean? You got to remember, I'm a nigga who just had my investor give it the last signal. Motherfucker told me like, yo, this is it after this.
And that's so dope that you had an investor, somebody who was into that. But I'm telling you, Joyner, you got the skill. Just make sure as you learn going on to this, I'm telling you, learn what you can do in your own way on social media. Even if you ain't that type of social person, learn how to use your own influence to get the crowd and to be able to move your singles and to do things. Do not rely on these services. Like, you know what's so crazy? I heard one of these rappers like that I follow, one of my boys that I follow on like on Facebook. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? He was on this video talking about, yo, when it comes to this rap shit, you're just supposed to have people working for you. You have somebody working this for you, working this for you. How many times has the person promoted their music link themselves? You looking for people to do everything. Not you, I'm not saying for you, but I'm just saying some people are looking for people to just do services because they just want to feel like they the man. Like, no, learn how to work that shit, because one day, what if that goes away and you got to book these shows out? Nah, keep an independent artist mind at all times. I don't give a fuck. Dead ass.
This shit don't work. I'm already 500,000, 600,000 deep in your career, nigga. This shit don't work. I don't know what to do. So now I'm sitting here nervous. My son about to be born any fucking day now. And I'm sitting there trying to hit you because I'm looking, you know what I'm saying, for you to be like, yo, we good. I'm about to get you this. I'm about to do that. Now, what I heard you say earlier was radio got paid, such and such. Nowhere in this memo this said anything about radio. We were already paying radio. D and Shadow and them niggas or whoever the fuck is out here in New York doing their thing. We already was doing that shit. We didn't pay you for radio. That's not why we got you. That's not why we. So you telling me right now that we paid radio with that? Where? How? I'm looking at the memo right now that you sent me. Nowhere in this motherfucker does it say you was going to put 20, 30,000 in radio. It don't say that. All it says was radio interviews. We didn't even get no fucking radio interviews.
Damn.
There was no show openings.
Damn.
There was no blog placements. And what you talking about, mix shows.
And I know people who getting all of that on their own independently, Joyner. I just look at this shit as a wash. You know what I'm saying? If you could get something out of it, get it. If she gonna give you something on the back end, but damn.
Already getting mix shows. I didn't need you for that shit. That's not why I got you, because I couldn't get a fucking mix show. I didn't get you because I couldn't get a radio interview. I didn't get you because I didn't have a little bit of a little blog traction. That's not why I got you. I felt like you sold me a fucking dream. And then you stopped answering my phone call. Mind you, I got a son on the way.
Damn.
And this is all I got. You feel me? So I'm real fucked up now. And then you, every time you answered the phone, it was like, nigga, what you want type shit. Like, you like, I'm bothering you. And then I noticed you said some shit on your tweet like, or the shit that Shade Room posted, your little letter and shit, where you was like, oh, you know, artists think they have 24 access to you. Motherfucker, if I just handed you 60K and I had access to you before, I should have access to you now.
Facts.
I can't talk to you. Who the fuck you think you? I can't have a conversation with the person I just handed $60K to her account. I don't know who the fuck you paid or what. You didn't give no breakdown. Hold on, fam. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna let you speak, but I'm just kidding. I got you.
Just 1 second.
I'm okay.
Nah,
I'm okay
Joyner,
with
let him
letting
speak,
somebody
fam.
else
Let him
talk
speak,
and
fam.
not
Hey,
saying
hold
shit.
on,
I'll
wait,
shut the fuck up.
Joyner, real quick.
Hey, look, I'll shut the fuck up with.
I understand the passion. Y'all don't know what it's like to come from them cities that sometimes get overlooked. Y'all don't understand that shit. Joyner Lucas having a collaboration with J. Cole is huge. I could be nothing but proud, even if he had some sort of a novice mind when it came to working his career. Maybe he was just an artist. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I would never know what it would be like if I made it to just be the artist and not work on the business and not know about it. I'm sorry. I would not. I would want to be so hands-on that it drives me fucking crazy. I wouldn't care. You only got one life to live, and I ain't gonna go through and having all of these regrets and all of that shit. Nah, you gotta learn how to keep your, you know what I'm saying? Just learn how to work yourself and your buzz and around your people. Find ways to throw your music in. Like even with this whole campaign, like listen. Let's go.
Else is talking. I won't
Y'all
take
need
shit.
to allow him to finish his
Yo, if
point.
somebody else, when Terrence time to talk, I promise I'll shut the fuck up. I won't say nothing.
Go ahead, bro. You good. Go ahead, bro. You good. You good. Go ahead, bro.
So like, yo, she's saying a lot of shit like, yo, artists think, we're supposed to have 24-hour access. This is where you fucked up, in my opinion. When you sent this this deal memo, you never broke down what exactly you were doing with the bread. It was like it was all going to you, and whatever you decide to do with it, what you decide to do with it, and we put a lot of trust behind that. I didn't even question what you did with the money. Whatever you choose to do or whoever you choose to pay was a trust situation that I felt like you knew what the fuck you were doing. If I thought you was about to go pay for some mixed shows on radio, I would have never did that shit. That's not what I needed. I didn't want that shit. I needed you to come through, put your fucking arm around me, the same way I seen you put your arm around Nip, and I had those conversations with you on the phone. Where I said, yo, the same shit when you put your arm around Nip and all these different things you're doing, I look up to that shit. That's what I need from you. That's what I want. That's what I'm paying for. And everything was cool. We on the same page. And now all of a sudden it's woo, woo, woo. I can't do this. I don't know what niggas expect from me. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what are you talking about, bro? And then you didn't answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? Every time I hit you, wasn't answering the phone. And now you want I try to have a conversation with you. Where the fuck was my conversation 7 years ago when I wanted to have one?
Damn.
When I'm in the fucking slums, in the back alley of my old fucking 132 Dewey Street apartment, bro. Where was...
Been down that block. That's crazy.
My conversation when I was calling you and my son was about to be born and I didn't know what the fuck was about to happen. When you was on vacation and you told me, don't disturb me while I'm on my fucking vacation. Where was my conversation? Damn. I didn't get no fucking conversation, did I? So why the fuck do I want to hop on the phone with you and hear you out now? Now I gotta hear you out for you to be like, hey, Joyner, what's the problem? Why you feel like this? Oh, now.
So
Joyner, so that's how I feel. You heard? That's how I feel. I'm not trying to be hype. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. I got a lot of emotions from back then that's coming up. You feel me? And I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. I'm just.
Karen, let me ask you a question, Joyner. How would you want Karen to correct the situation with you and her? How would you want it done?
No, I want to. Can I answer that first before he answers this?
Yes.
Can I answer? Can I? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Who is that?
This is Keita.
Keita. Okay. Cool. Let me answer this first, Joyner. I'm talking to you in neutral tones. So I get what you're saying, the disrespect of everybody else. Let's not do that to one another.
Nah, I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just saying my voice it's not to be disrespectful to like I'm yelling at you. I just have a lot of passion on what I'm saying. And I don't want you to take it like that. It's not to that. You feel me? So
I got that. So I'm gonna say this to answer your questions and to answer what you just said. I had conversations with. Does Sean still work with you?
Yeah, he still day one.
Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. Sean and I had plenty of conversations. I've sent Sean emails. I literally still have these emails pulled up for May 22nd, 2015. I had to literally go back and look for it. For the people that I brought upon on your team, the same way you said, Karen, I didn't know you was doing all of this. Whoopie whoop. It's a conversation I had with Sean. I know you need certain things. The area you were from, you told me I got radio and I got city on lock here. Cool. So when it comes to interviews, when it comes to certain things, I paid a radio person for that to help with that. A PR person. So and then
can you show me that?
Wait.
Yes, can you show me that? please.
Yeah.
Show me that.
Okay.
That's all I want to see. Is just show me it broken down. Just that's it.
Okay. No, that's fine. But let me finish.
Go ahead.
So then, when I guess you made a comment yesterday, someone sent it to me today. Even let's go back. So when you got upset and you made your comments on social, I'm like, where is this coming from? I called Sean, and that's where you got them texts. You put half the texts from. I called Sean. I said, Sean, what is happening here? I know the last conversation you did say to me, you said, Karen, I have to fucking get on. I got a baby coming. I got my woman. This shit need to go. I said, yes, I understand. I got you. I understand. But at the same time, this is not something that happens overnight.
I know that.
You went, no, wait. Come on, I'll let you go.
Okay.
You
on some real shit, I don't even want to finish up with Karen Civil because we all know where she ended it up at the end of the day. She said she could prove whatever through the receipts. It ain't going to change nothing that happened, and I really want to keep this within like 30 minutes. So listen, I just want to say this, right? Joyner, like for a lot of the shit that she was talking, Karen Civil is a service. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do believe that once you get to a certain level, someone like Karen Civil could be beneficial. You know what I mean? And it's good that and it's dope that you had an investor in on you. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you had some sort of traction back then to have an investor in on you, you know, at that time frame. So, yo, I just want to say this, like, just thank God that you made it to this point now, because that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly where you're from. I know what it's like. So it's a blessing to be able to make it this far. But yo, just try to just enrich like other artists to do their own work, like on them, like, you know, get your buzz out there. So many different people, they feel like, listen, there's so many dope rappers. There's so many people who can compose songs and do stuff, but it's all about the moves that you make. And you can't just sit back and think that you can make the music and not create the buzz and the fan base and the engagement and you know what I'm saying? You got to be hands-on with that shit. Like, yo, that shit kind of broke my heart the other day. I was speaking to this young lady in my DM, and she's from my city, and I always see that she's releasing music, but it's just like, it really is, it's not strategic. Like, you releasing EPs and doing all of this, you're not getting no Spotify, playlist or any playlisting or anything, because you just uploading songs with today's date and just doing crazy stuff, right, with the releases. So I gave her, like, we was just messaging back and forth, and she was almost in tears, like, yo, nobody ever gave me this information. How much do I owe you? And I'm like, yo, you don't owe me anything. I learned all of this just by trial and error on my own, like, and just from also educating myself through YouTube videos about, you know, about release strategy and shit like that. You have to learn how to just do shit in better ways. You don't want to just be this dumb airhead that just gets in there. Say you do got the hot music, then you get to the label and then they just doing everything and you don't even understand what's going what. You don't understand the impact that you have that leads into those sales. Like, no, build that buzz so that you know that you got that shit, so that they're looking for you to book you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, have somebody who sends emails in your team. Like, it was hard for me because I was working a full-time job at that time, and I'm sending emails everywhere, all over, but I got that shit done though. Real talk. So listen, Joyner Lucas, your joint with J. Cole, that shit is straight fire. To me, the standout on the track was how J. Cole entered on fucking verse 2, and he was like, I hate a fuck nigga. Used to be a fuck nigga. Couldn't even blame her if she did. Wait, what'd he say? Couldn't even blame her if she did fuck niggas. It was crazy. Like, I felt like this was a dope collaboration. Like, you know what I'm saying? You made it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's to me, it's an inspiration, being that you're from an area like that, and I know what it's like to be from there. And it's like, now you're on the song with J. Cole. Take your buzz and you know, I don't even know your label situation. Let me look the song up right now. Let me see what label this is off of. Hold up a second. I want to check the label. Let me see. And yo, please check the track out as well, because I attached the track to the podcast. So let's see, Joyner Lucas. I don't know what label he's on, but I'm about to pull a song up and see. Let's look at the credits. All right. Oh, he's on 29 Music Group. Don't know. I'm not sure who they are. I don't know if that's an independent or major label, but I think that's dope that he has a J Cole collabo. It's amazing. I feel like the record was raw. It was a confessional. It was. I just felt like they enlisted all of the things that's just like that could be fucked up about us men sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it was a raw track. It was pretty dope. So listen, make sure that y'all follow this podcast, Female Rap Elite. Make sure that you follow me, LaRon, on Female Rap Elite Podcast on YouTube, and also follow my music page here on Spotify as well. You know what I'm saying? Check out my track Voicemail, and also my Exit 6 freestyle that's going to be below. Listen, I'm up out of here.